Ordinary people don't possess destinies. Nonetheless, I never disclose this to them. As they enter my shop, I solemnly take their palms after receiving their payment of $25, cash or card, and gaze into the emptiness of their futures with unwarranted reverence. Day after day, year after year, they arrive. The business people and the soccer moms, the mailroom clerks, dentists and hairstylists of the world, the politicians and theologians too, the young and old, the hopeful and hopeless, the skeptics and true believers. They all come, and it's always the same. Can you tell me my future? They inquire. Perhaps. I respond with a smile. No one appreciates an arrogant psychic. Let me see your hand. I grasp their wrist and squint. I utter as I ponder over their insignificant folds, creases in skin that amount to nothing more than creases, areas where sweat and dirt accumulate. I typically do this several times for dramatic effect. For $25, nobody desires instant gratification. As customers fidget before me, I decipher the discernible aspects of their lives, their present and past. Your heart line reveals your restlessness. I reveal to the man with the faint outline of a wedding ring on his finger. You've grappled with finding romantic fulfillment in your partner, and you fear never being satisfied. To the woman whose cell phone consistently buzzes in her bag, I state, observe this, your lifeline is faint, which indicates a lack of independence and a yearning for autonomy. Your life isn't your own currently, and you're concerned that you may never regain it. People constantly worry about something. They seek my guidance because they want me to verbalize their fears, to make them valid by expressing them openly. They desire not only for me to voice their concerns, but also to foresee their solutions. These are turbulent times, but they are fleeting. Your fortunes will soon change. Your strife is nearly at an end. They yearn for hope, and for $25, I'm more than willing to provide it. Ordinary individuals don't possess destinies because they have choices. They're faced with countless decisions, which reveal endless possible paths. These paths stretch through time, resembling the ever-growing roots of a tree, filled with countless interconnected nodes. Ordinary people can go anywhere, with no grand design or divine intervention guiding their course. They're simply propelled by the physics of life. Just as objects in motion tend to stay in motion, people continue living, making choices, and shaping their own futures. Ordinary people not having destinies is a blessing because it signifies that nothing is impossible. Anything, absolutely anything can happen. That's why my fortunes occasionally come true. Satisfied customers believe I had predicted their future when, in reality, they just happened to make the right sequence of choices that led them to where I'd said they would be. Needless to say, this works in my favor, as it means they will return and pay another $25 for another educated guess. Ordinary people don't have destinies, but you, customer 12, are different. As customer 11 departs, you enter without an appointment, glancing at my watch, which reads almost 1 o'clock. I know I never schedule clients before lunch, so I ask, how can I help you? Attempting to hide my annoyance, I think of the burrito sitting in the microwave beneath my desk. You request a palm reading. That'll be $25. I inform you, cash or card, while you search for your wallet. I take the opportunity to scrutinize you, mentally completing a standardized checklist. Crafting a believable fortune relies on gathering information, so I observe as much as possible. You're male, possibly in your 30s or 40s, but you could be older with a youthful face. Your attire is nondescript, a white t-shirt, black pants, and black tennis shoes. You wear no jewelry and display no visible scars or tattoos. Alright, customer 12, I think, you're not making this easy, are you? You are entirely and utterly unremarkable. In hindsight, that should have been a clue. You pay in cash, preventing me from catching a glimpse of your name on a credit card, and follow me through the door to the divination chamber. Typically, customers ooh and ah over the decor: dark velvet and damask wallpaper, curtains, beads, crystals, and various curios. But you don't seem particularly impressed. I wonder if you can see the divination chamber for what it truly is: a storage room at the back of a strip mall storefront, rather than a retreat into the exotic arms of fate. However, if you are skeptical of my powers, you don't voice it. So I proceed with my script. Take a seat, I rasp. Everyone appears to expect a psychic to have a husky voice, so I always lower mine an octave or two to meet their expectations. You sit across from me at the table and present your palm without me asking for it. New clients are often nervous and tentative in the face of astrological wisdom, but not you. You seem confident and experienced. As I take your hand, your skin feels dry and cool. This isn't your first reading, I declare, attempting to earn some credibility with you. The sooner I can convince you of my psychic abilities, the better. You counter me with a slight twitch of your lips. Yes, it is, you say. I can already sense that you will be challenging to deceive, and I wish you would just play along. Most people genuinely want to believe. I interpret your nonchalance as evidence of dishonesty. Fine, have it your way. It's your $25 you're throwing away. I attempt to change the subject. What do you hope to discover today? Is there something specific you're looking for? Not really. Seriously, you're making me work for it. I widen my eyes, trying to appear genuine. Nothing at all. No urgent questions in your life that need answers. No uncertainties blocking your way. Your palm will be easier to read if I know what I'm searching for. Futures are never clear-cut, even for those of us who can see them. Please give me something. I silently plead. Anything. You offer me a smile, but it seems tinged with sadness. For a moment, I'm hopeful. Sometimes people need a little prodding before they open up. Are you going through a divorce? Filing for bankruptcy? Facing a frightening medical diagnosis? I hold my breath in anticipation, but you leave me disappointed. I don't think you'll have too much trouble with mine, you assure me. Another dead end. Fantastic. I try not to roll my eyes at you. Okay, I'll do my best. Ordinary people don't possess destinies. Instead, they experience emotions. These emotions come in waves and currents, creating a cacophony that psychics like me try to interpret. When I reach for your open palm, I brace myself for the familiar deluge, ready to be immersed in everything you have felt, are feeling, or could ever feel. This is the closest thing to destiny I've ever encountered, a tumultuous mix of coherent and tangential potential energies. I hold my breath, anticipating the flood, but when I touch you, I feel only one thing: frustration. It begins in the pit of my stomach and intensifies. It grows until I want to scream, until I tremble, until every part of me seems consumed by it. This frustration is an infection, a contagious, wild force that invades my body and takes up residence. It coils around my insides like a snake preparing to strike, and it hurts. I can't help but gasp, but you don't flinch. You don't even seem surprised. You attempt to pull your hand away, but I can't release my grip. In that moment, holding onto you is the only thing preventing me from tearing at my hair or grinding my teeth until they shatter. Clinging to you is the only thing keeping me from slamming my face into the table, or trying to pry open my skull to relieve the pressure. By releasing some of this toxic frustration, if I let go of you, I'm afraid I'll lose myself as well. So I dig my nails deeper into your wrist until you bleed. Ordinary individuals don't possess destinies because they have choices. Ordinary individuals aren't bound by destiny, and this is a blessing. Destiny represents powerlessness and anguish, an oppressive force that eradicates choice. Ordinary individuals don't have destinies, customer 12, but you do. You've never experienced possibilities, only certainties, and you've struggled within the confines of your preset path, bruising from endless desire. Every movement faces resistance, wearing you down until you are exhausted. This force suffocates you. It is, and it will into submission. Every action you've ever taken was meant to happen. The worst part is that you're aware of it. You're meant to be here now, and you know it. You're meant to suffer, and you know it. After this, you'll leave, knowing that your next destination is also predetermined. As you move from one right place to another, you may question, if everything in your life is preordained, is there anything genuinely you? Are any joyful moments truly authentic? Can any emotion, whim, or fleeting thought be considered spontaneous? Or has everything been pre-decided for you by an invisible, unfathomable force? Ordinary individuals don't have destinies, but you do. As a result, you'll never know where your true identity ends and where fate takes over. You may never know if you love your wife because you genuinely love her, or because you are meant to love her. Yet, you do love her, and one day you might worry that you are depriving her of a more authentic love that she deserves from someone who could choose not to love her in return. When this question eventually consumes you to the point where you can't bear to touch her, you will wonder if you destroyed your marriage, or if this too was the merciless hands of destiny at work. One day, you may contemplate ending it all, but you will know that taking your life will not be an escape, consolation, or defiance. If you do it, you will understand that dying was fated, and if you don't, you'll know that living was fated, so you won't bother. Instead, you will wake up every day and do whatever it is that you are meant to do. You will carry on, filled with doubt. You will never trust yourself. You will never be certain of anything except that you have a destiny, which means you'll never be sure of anything at all. I'm still trembling when you finally pry me from your wrist. Your touch is unexpectedly gentle, and when you look at me, your expression is apologetic. I'm sorry, you say, and I can tell that you mean it. You knew this would happen, but you didn't have a choice.